few rating lists when he was rated above 2700. I'm not sure how good he is in Blitz.
His Blitz rating is 2596.
2596. That probably means he just did not play enough Blitz tournaments, because
Right.
he must be higher rated than this. I don't believe he's rated below 2600.
Arbiter started the clocks and
Yeah, the game has started.
we have first moves. So
D4, Knight F6, Bishop F4. The London system is back. That's the system Magnus was playing in the previous edition of World Rapid and Blitz Championship. He was very, very successful with this one. And what I can say, if Black starts to think on move 3, that usually means something went wrong. Not sure of Knight F3, however. Well, interestingly enough, I mean, it's somewhat mysterious, because I actually thought you start with Knight D2. Now everything is fine. Now everything's fine. So, but the point is, like, if Black plays, Black decided to go Bishop B7. There is a subtle
about Bishop D6.
subtle detail here. Yeah, it's like Bishop. If you go Bishop D6 and Bishop G3, you should be controlling E4 square so that Black doesn't have Knight E4. Now we have another version of this line where Black went Knight H5 early, trying to exchange the bishop. Magnus provoked F7, F6, then went with this bishop to G3. Queen E2, keeping it flexible. Maybe we will see a castle long from the world champion. Maybe we'll see long castle. Not very, very usual move. And Black also wants to keep it flexible. You see, I mean, Bishop D7.
Maybe then take on G.
Semi-developing move. I mean,
C5.
it's not. I would not really say that Bishop D7 is a real development, right? But he wants to keep an option of castling long. C5, Bishop C5, and E4, break in the center. After which long castle will make much more sense. After all, the center gets open. So Black might be advised to go. I don't know. He cannot
And
play
also
D4.
clarifies the weaknesses. Not yet weaknesses, but it's gonna be on E6, F6.
Yeah.
Pawns in the future.
I'm not sure what Black has to do, because I thought D4, but in this case Knight B3 seems to win a pawn. Okay, first he decides to take G3, take on E4, but this
Knight
might
jumps
be,
probably on E4.
you know,
with
might
the
be
tempo.
tactically faulty, because Knight E4 is one thing. Well, Magnus
no,
takes with the bishop
with the
because
bishop.
he's threatening Bishop G6. He's threatening Bishop G6. It's quite awkward for Black, because he probably has to play a move like King F7, after which long castle is very, very tempting.
And also the king here is
The king is of course not
too
safe.
far,
King
yeah.
F7,
But he has to play.
Long castle, and knight from D2 will go not to E4 but to B3. So the bishop is on E4, while if the bishop is Queen C7, and then knight B3, knight D4 are two moves with the tempo. Well, there is also an idea to simply play G4, opting for G5. Knight C4.
Knight
Well,
C4.
that's another possibility. Knight to C4, opening the rook on D file, rook D8. So what's now? I mean, Magnus has to find an access to opponent's king, because it all looks good. He has, better coordinated pieces and everything. But if Black manages to stabilize, he still has this pair of bishops. The fact that they think that Magnus loves himself. So Black's potential next moves are King to G7, just to protect the H7
Rook
pawn.
C8 maybe?
Maybe Bishop to C8.
Bishop
to
C8
C8.
too.
Yeah, Bishop to C8. But
trade
first,
some pieces on.
yeah, exactly. But first, you will probably want to play King G7 so that H7 is not hanging, and then Bishop to C8 to trade as many rooks as possible.
But there's some possibilities to play Queen D2, Queen H6 checks.
Yeah. Queen
he's going.
D2, that's what
He's going.
he does. So it is a prophylactics. It is a prophylactics against...
Maybe he also wants to play Knight D6 with a check.
Yeah, but the question is what happens now? So he simply puts the queen on H6, which is quite annoying, I have to say, which is quite annoying for Black. Rook D1, now Rook D1 and Bishop G6 is a threat? Is that right?
Yeah,
Rook
with
D1,
a check.
Because I'm a bit worried about White's pawn on F2.
And Rook cannot leave this H8 because H7 is hanging too.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this last exchange. I mean, it looks like it was really... and that's an awkward move. It doesn't have to work. I don't really believe this can work.
there should be something very fast.
Even
Queen for white.
though he's prepared to play bishop f8 and just to chase this queen away from h6. So despite ugly looking, it might be the best move in the position.
The only move, let's say.
G4. Will he have the courage to take the pawn on f2? I mean, it's of course a risky business, but there is not a straightforward refutation that I can see.
I still like bishop f.
Bishop f2.
Bishop f2.
Yeah, you've got to be, you've got to be brave. Got to be brave. So bishop takes c6. The trick is you can't take with the queen.
Yeah, only b takes c.
B takes and g5 now, fighting for dark squares. If black plays f5, knight will be landed on e5. There is no check on e3, the move which
He
Kryvoruchko
wanted to play. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm still trying to understand what happens after queen f4, because the first reaction is king b1, but in this case, black might actually be able to take on c4. I'm not sure.
Then rook d8?
Check. King to b1. Right. If queen c4, rook d8, I'm fine with king f7. But gf6 wins. gf6 wins because it's a threat. It's a threat of a threat on g7. The threat black has no way to parry. I mean, it's simply
so
too
only
much.
one check on e4, then king a1. And
exactly. You have one check on e4 and then you resign. So that was impressive from Magnus Carlsen.
Very nice
I think
game.
the game is not finished already, but will be finished as soon as
10 seconds on the board, and we have
will realize there is no defense.
Very nice game. We want more of the Magnus play.
I wish we could have more of this. Yeah, that was really impressive.
I had a little chat with many players outside, and they have these difficulties to come up with this time control.
Yeah, exactly what we were talking about.
They cannot adjust
it seems
the
to be
time
too
control.
fast after playing 3 days, 15 games of Rapid. We are switching to board 2, where the actual leaders are playing, Anton Korobov and Vladimir Malachov, both on +2, on 2 out of 2, I mean on 100%. Well, a tricky position here, where Malachov is an exchange up, for which Korobov has a decent compensation, I would say. The knight on c4, well, he has one pawn for an exchange, right? So it's 4 versus 3 on the...
And this one rook should be always stuck on e5 pawn.
Rook c3, well, they're repeating moves. And they're repeating moves, and it's a draw for Korobov and Malachov. Let's see if we have something in the ladies section on the top boards, if it's still in progress. Javahashvili, Gunina on board 1 are still playing. Yeah, Javahashvili, Gunina on board 1 are still playing. Let me bring the position on the...
I can see extra piece for white. Very nice e3.
The knight on e3 is an extra knight. Yeah, so it's a knight and a pawn up. Yeah, of course it's completely winning. Even Gunina with all her tactical inventiveness,
has not enough pieces to make any tactic.
Yeah, you cannot really create any threats here. King f3. Yeah, that's... But yeah, a little bit worrisome fact is that Lela Javahashvili down to 20 seconds. And we've seen for example, what was happening in Rapid sometimes on very... Yeah, she struggles. I mean, look, she struggles to... That's really strange. And a move king e2 is also strange. What can I say? So she's trying to trade those rooks no matter what. That's really amazing. I mean, in this position, you just, you coordinate your pieces and you probably just... Oh, well, a3 is nice. a3 is nice. The rook on a4 is locked simply.
Can now king goes to d2, c1... b2,
to b3, yeah, well, but it's a long way, right? So king
at least it's a plan.
f4, okay.
Okay, this pawn goes now to the...
That's good.
Fine.
Rook h5, and then the checks from the other side will follow. Here. Yeah, then I think in some position you just give rook e2 check, put the rook on e4, right? So this f pawn makes sure that even if white loses the knight on c4, he is winning. Now it's important not to play knight e5, because then black would have taken it. Knight d6 is fine. Knight d6 is fine.
One rook is off the board.
Yeah,
now
well,
white has more
winning.
chances to win.
Knight d5, okay. I mean, it's just like anything. Anything is winning.
Now it's time to take checks.
Just not to blunder.
Yes.
Just not to blunder.
Another
Rook
pawn.
a6. Another pawn is about to be taken. You still can take on a5 because you can play a4 and then the rook escapes. But Gunia will play till the very end. Knight a7, by the way, was exchange of rooks, which would finish the game immediately, but it doesn't matter. Right, I mean, you can blunder a knight and it's still winning.
Yeah, we have hand check. Javashvili won Tigonina. Let me check the other boards.
Javashvili wins. I can check board 2.
Is in progress.
Where we had Kostyniuk. Kostyniuk is still playing against Daria Voit, former Daria Pustovoitova. So she changed the name. Daria,
I was like, how he cut this name?
Yeah, black is winning, so Kostyniuk is in trouble, right? Black must be winning. That's what I can say.
Both players have.
Both players are very low on
short time.
Yeah, a2, bishop takes, knight takes. Now let's see if knight is in time to... Yeah, well, king f7. King f7. And now king goes to g6. And it's still...
Knight f4.
Knight f4.
And this is...
King h6. Ah, yeah, that's winning.
winning.
And now this is winning. Knight e7, knight g8, just block the pawn. Yeah. Now king g7 is also fine, of course. But knight g8, knight h6 would have been... Yeah, that's still fine. So... Another fall of a favorite, right? So Kostyniuk loses, Gunia loses, so that's like all the Russian national team lost. The feeling is like all the national team of Russia in the women's section has lost in round 3.